Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 1129. Today is Monday, August 7th, 2023, and I'm King here to bridge the gap between community and crypto every day, Monday through Friday in the morning, we'll say for now, since I'm starting a few minutes early. Got to run today, so I want to make sure I get this good crypto news out to you all. Top news stories of the day: breaking, PayPal launches stablecoin for payment. CoinGecko now has an index for crypto tokens alleged as securities. Controversy as MakerDAO's Spark protocol blocks users with VPNs, and Decentralized asset management system launches for Arbitrum and Optimism. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a quick look at these prices. All right, Bitcoin coming in at $29,017.64, down 0.09%. Ethereum at $1,827, up 0.03%. BNB at number 4 at $241, down 0.68%. Number 5, Ripple at 61 cents. Ooh, took a nice little dip already, down 1.93%. Number 9, Solana at $22.89, down 0.26%. And Tron at number 10 at 7 cents, down 0.61%. And the trending tokens on the day are Yield Guild Games up 14.75%, API 3 up 17%, and BitRock down 1.48%. And the Fear and Greed Index has actually went even lower. Now we're at a straight 50, neutral 50-50. No one knows where the market's going to go. I think that's about right. Bitcoin dominance is at 48.7%, and Ethereum has dropped again below 19% at 18.9% dominance. And we will be talking about these aggregators later on today as CoinGecko then hit us all with a pump fake. But first and foremost, let me go ahead and give out some quick shout outs. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for being up a few minutes early with me. I hope you all had a chance to check out, of course, Trek PFC Wales' weekend crypto this morning at 5 a.m. Eastern. And of course, Stack went right on at 6 a.m. So if you want some more in-depth Bitcoin specific news, check out Stack. And then for news you missed over the weekend, make sure you check out Weekend Crypto with Trek so he can keep you up to date on those. Both of those are great shows, keeping us informed about what's going on in the space and then what's going on with Bitcoin. So thanks for those, and make sure you check those out. Shout outs. What's going on with Kwanji, Humney Developer, Patrick Walter, Will 45, Jake Fever, Joshua Banks, Stacking Satoshis. Morning, everybody. Top story of the day: breaking, PayPal launches stablecoin for payment. What they've been waiting to do since they started in this crypto space to begin with. It says payment processing giant PayPal started crypto payments in March 2020, and since then has been actively involved in the crypto payment sector. So really quick, I will say that while they started crypto payments, and I haven't used PayPal, but to my knowledge, you have not been able to actually remove those your cryptocurrencies off of PayPal, right? So essentially, to me, it's not really crypto payments. It's more like of a Fed Now program because they're doing it all internally. It's not like it's actually happening externally where you're buying and selling and switching and swapping and trading and doing. You can't do that with PayPal. The crypto you have stays on the platform, and you're not allowed to put it in your own private wallet. They own that crypto to me. So essentially, it's kind of like with FTX and everything. It might look like you're doing a bunch of transactions on the front end, but on the back end, all those transactions are actually happening internally. So to me, they have not actually been a player in the crypto game. They just said they offered it and essentially told people they offered it and allowed people to think that they're actually transacting in it. But in reality, they're probably just what's the word I'm looking for? They're settling everything in fiat on the back end. But whatever, to me, this is not only their game plan, it's the same as Fed Now. People say, well, Fed Now technically isn't a CBDC. It's like, okay, well, not yet. Excuse me. Not yet, but I know what's coming next. This is the same play. You start off saying you're doing crypto, next thing you know, oh, we got a stable coin. Why? Because the entire reason most of these institutions are even entering this space is because of capitulation, and they just want to come and make their money. PayPal is no different. I think the market is already flooded with stable coins. We don't need another one, especially one from the likes of PayPal, who don't really know what they're doing in the crypto space yet. So to me, this makes no sense. But hey, to each his own. American financial technology company PayPal launched a new crypto stablecoin called PayPal USD on August 7th. The new US dollar-backed stablecoin will be issued by none other than Paxos Trust Company and fully backed by the United States dollar deposits, short-term treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. firm said that new stablecoin will be available soon to United States customers. Now, what I will say is what makes sense, I guess, is that yeah, if PayPal is using their own cash for this, then I can see that. They're actually saying we're using our own PayPal money we made, our profits from last year, and we're going to roll that into stablecoin. I get it, especially if you're going to be using it on your platform, but to be used cross platforms, I just don't see it catching because it's just another stablecoin. It's just another token. It's just by a more popular user. It's like if Elon Musk today say, I'm launching the Elon stablecoin, is backed by all my money. It's like, well, technically he could do it. I mean, but it's again, it's just one of those things. What would make me want to use the Elon token over Bitcoin, right? It's just you're not more powerful. It is in a better settlement layer type of deal. So those would be the things I would consider before using it. But hey, maybe they have enough energy to keep it rolling. And of course, it's being issued by none other than Paxos. Before the show started, I had to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Let me see. So I'll actually show you all this really quick. I had it because Paxos popped up. I had to put I Googled when did Reggie Middleton, of course, very tasty, get sued by the SEC. You can see here it was on August 12th of 2019. And then right after it, I put when did Paxos Go start? And let's see what popped up. It says September, but it actually started in August. Let's see. It was another one that said August already on here as well. But you get my point. Paxos Go literally launched with the blessing of the government. Let's see. Paxos Go launch August. Let's see what happens if I put August. This is always a funny story to me when it pops up. There it is. Now we're starting to get some August. It really came out like August 14th, I believe. It was like 2 or 3 days later, August 15th. But they have this one say August 25th. Start trading August 26th. Pax Gold available on Binance. The New York State Department of Financial Services has approved Paxos to issue Pax Gold, making Pax Gold the first regulated digital. And again, this literally happened a week or 2 weeks later after Reggie Middleton got shut down. So yes, that same company is now working with here. Let me bring that story back up. Is now working with PayPal. So what I will say is at least we know PayPal is going to be regulated. Blah blah blah. The government trusted all that good stuff. It looks like the PYUSD is what they're calling it. Will be redeemable for the US dollar at all times, and it can also be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies on PayPal. You see what I mean? It can be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies on PayPal, not off PayPal. So it's really just working internally. The payment processor claimed that the new stablecoin will soon be available as a mode of payment for voracious purchases and will be transferable between PayPal and Venmo. I have no clue if I got that word right, but I think so. So yeah, it makes sense. They won't be the only one to do it. I could see Robinhood having a stablecoin, Venmo having a stablecoin, all these different companies having stablecoins till eventually they all consolidate. But I guess this is a base hit for crypto because it gets more people over to the crypto sector. For PayPal, it allows people to actually keep their money on PayPal and in a stable coin, making them feel some sort of like participation. Hey, I'm in crypto. Yeah, I do it through PayPal. Like I got my stable coins in there, my crypto portfolio. The entire time they're not realizing this is exactly what happened with FTX. If PayPal ever wakes up, oh, it's Monday morning. You know what? I don't want to give anybody their crypto back. And I guess we'll just shut down and just take all the money. It's a lot. If they decide that is what's going to happen, they're going to shut down. They're going to take all the crypto, all the stablecoin money, and they're going to go handle it in court. Hey, we'll see what the judge says. We'll figure that out in 6 or 7 years after we've spent the money. But to me, this is not good news. This isn't a good sign. This is centralizing crypto. This is centralizing capital, things we try to get away from. And I think we'll see another FTX if we allow PayPal to run wild. But hopefully people are a little bit smarter than that and it doesn't go down like that. Though I don't expect much. I will say that. Yes, I'm seeing shitcoin in the comments. I agree. We got another one as well. NT, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Alec G, what's going on? A long time. Alec G, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right. What else we have going on in the news besides PayPal? Oh my goodness, capitulation, people, and not in the right direction either. CoinGecko, to me, you know what? CoinGecko, this is why I stopped using y'all right here. This type of energy I felt underlying. I felt this underlying energy happening already, and I stopped using it, which is why in the mornings we usually use CoinMarketCap, not CoinGecko. And not saying that CoinMarketCap won't capitulate as well, but damn it, CoinGecko, you definitely could have held out a little bit longer. CoinGecko now has an index for crypto tokens alleged as security. That's right. According to CoinGecko, nearly $85 billion worth of crypto falls under the category of alleged SEC securities. Capitulation. Like, the SEC came in here second. You did not have to make this entire new category, but since you have started to make this entire new category, I guarantee other people are going to follow suit as the SEC uses the CoinGeckos of the world as a shining example of crypto coming around to the regulators. See, we told you all you can do it. You don't have to fight back. You just have to list them as alleged securities or whatever. Like, come on. The entire fight right now for cryptocurrency in this market is to prove that crypto is not a security. You didn't fucked around and gun us. If we were Young Thug and we were on a RICO trial down in Atlanta, you didn't gun us. You didn't told the judge, yes, ma'am, this is a gang, not a record label. And we're over here trying to tell the world we're a record label, all right? Crypto is over here trying to tell the world we're digital assets, we're not securities, we're something different. We're not the same. We do our own thing. And here comes CoinGecko out of a dark corner saying, excuse me, SEC, actually, we agree. Some of these are alleged securities. We'll make a whole category for you. What are you doing? You are destroying the crypto market by doing it. You're literally destroying 85 billion. Now, let me be fair here. I do think the majority of these cryptos should evaporate because they're trash. And I do think when you look at the majority of these cryptos who fall under the securities part, usually they are the trash tokens, but that's why they don't have inherent decentralization aspects to it, which is why it could be centralized and looked at as a security. And for those, that $85 billion to me should be $85 billion rolled into the Bitcoin market cap. The price of Bitcoin should be higher than $85 billion should be in Bitcoin. So it's not like a sad day of saying this $85 billion doesn't even belong here. But since it's here, we're not saying to say, all right, well, we'll just say this is maybe a security and we'll just go along with the government for now. No, the moment the larger companies like the CoinGeckos of the world, if the Coinbases start doing it, if the coin market cap, if they start doing it, the rest of the industry will follow, as this is where the masses go to at least look at price aggregations. This is a terrible move for crypto, a terrible move for the business. And I have to be honest, I will not be using CoinGecko anytime soon as long as they have that up there. I mean, again, I can see more doing it, and I would eventually have to capitulate as far as using these services. But as long as we have choices right now, I'm not using CoinGecko. I cannot believe I woke up and read that this morning. There was no reason for them to do it. And to me, they're looking like the 50, 40-something, 60-year-old professional that just transferred over to crypto from whatever profession they had before, and they see how volatile it is, and they're like, well, maybe we should work with regulators so the Bitcoin price goes up and down so much. I think regulators could solve that problem for us. Ned Flanders. This is the Ned Flanders move right here. You literally labeled some of the token securities. You did not have to do that. Come on. Like, you didn't have to do that. But again, CoinGecko launched a new index tracking the biggest crypto tokens viewed as likely securities by the U.S. SEC. The, quote, top alleged security coins, unquote, page sorts the selection of crypto assets by market cap, placing BNB at the top of the list, followed by Cardano, Solana, and Tron. And again, to me, this is a terrible this is a terrible loss for all the crypto, because as I said before, if you can get a few of these tokens to be recognized as a security or a commodity, the government's going to run wild. Literally 22,000 of these things will be looked at as securities. I'm telling you right now, this entire market is going to disappear overnight and be absorbed by the grander NASDAQ and traditional stock market. And once they do absorb it, you got to remember, these companies and these projects, these are not friends of the institutions in Wall Street. They want to absorb this so they can destroy it. Quick example, NFL. That's right, the National Football League, one of the biggest companies, markets, and industries in the United States. What did they do when they saw any competition? They absorbed it and then essentially just destroyed it. I'm looking at the AFL, Arena Football League, used to be a competitor of the NFL. So did, have you ever heard of like NFL Europe, NFL Europa, whatever? You got a Canadian League. Well, right now, for the most part, the only competition is technically the Canadian League. And I think the NFL has interest in that. But essentially what happened with the AFL, the NFL bought the AFL and then essentially slashed the pay, right? Across the board. At the time, most AFL players, I think between like 2006 to like 2010, you can still make like 100, 150K playing at the AFL through regular payments as well as some extra sponsorships. You can probably get that up to like 200, 300K. Around 2010, 2011, the NFL bought the AFL. They slashed those payments. Hey, y'all ain't making no 100K to play in an arena. We'll give you 40. We'll give you 30. And you need to go find a job in your off season. And that essentially killed that market. People are like, well, why would I go play in the AFL? I'm not going to make any money. I'm probably going to get hurt. And I'm going to have to get another job, right? So they essentially got rid of that market. For NFL Europe, they bought that and then sold it. Like, got rid of it. And then for some of these competing leagues that keeps popping up, like the X whatever or the Rock one, what they actually do behind the scenes is that they buy majority stakes in it or larger stakes. I can't remember the football company that was out a few years ago that shut down early that people like. Well, the word I heard behind the scenes is that allegedly the NFL promised, they bought interest in a large amount of the stake of this football league. When the time came for the payment, they said, we're not giving you the payment. I think they needed like $30 million a quarter, that quarter to continue on. NFL was like, no, we're not going to give you the money. And we don't want to be a part of this anymore. And then they folded that same quarter because they were expecting that NFL money to keep operations going. My point is the NFL will buy up competition and just dissolute it. They will get rid of it. This is the same thing with Wall Street and everybody wants to do here. And places like CoinGecko is going to make it easier. They want everything to be labeled as security so they can absorb it into the securities market. And as soon as it's absorbed, they're going to lay the rules, regulations, and licenses on every project. Oh, okay, so now you're a security. We got that out of the way, right? Oh, you don't have this license? Oh, you didn't fill out this form? Oh, you didn't pay this yet? Oh, you didn't do that? Oh, you can't even be listed on stock exchange. Or if you can, we can't sell but so many shares. Like, that's where it gets. Now we got you. Now you've agreed to our terms and you're on our side of the fence. Now we're really about to fuck with you. You thought you was going to come over here as a security and boom, you're on NASDAQ and now the general public can buy you. No. It doesn't work like that. You don't have a compliance office. You don't have an HR rep. You don't, like I said, you don't have licenses. You don't have registrations. You don't get listed. So all these people, all these professionals in these projects who are screaming regulation and bring them over here, even though the people who've been in this space have not asked for it, even though they're asking for all that, it's still not going to work the same way they think. It's not like they're going to get the government and the regulators behind their back and everything's going to be free flowing and open trade. No, it's going to be even more constricted and constrained. Again, this is literally you going up to the bully on Wednesday, but all right, here's my money. You know, I'm giving you $5. I'm keeping $2 because I want to buy myself a slice of pizza. Give me something to eat. I'm giving you the $5 though. I'm gonna keep the $2, and we're gonna go about our business. And the bully looking at you like, you don't understand how bullying works, huh? And he slaps you up a bit and was like, I'm keeping all $7. And in fact, you're $3 short because I wanted 10. If you don't have it tomorrow, then I'm taking the clothes off your back and your shoes. Every day I want my money. This is how bullies work. They don't say, oh, okay, that's a good plan. You just give me, you know what? In fact, it's 7. You give me a 375. You keep 375, and we'll call it a day. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I think my math was off as well, so don't give me a hard time. It's early in the morning. It's at 6:50. It's getting close. My math was a little bit off, but you get the point, okay? They are not going to negotiate with you the same way you're trying to negotiate with them, CoinGecko. So all the while, CoinGecko is doing stuff like, hey, we added this cute little securities thing for you. It's going to be funny as hell. The government comes back and say, oh, you list securities on your website? Well, you need this registration. You need this license. You need, well, we can't just have every website listing securities like you're an official broker in the United States. What the fuck do you think this is, CoinGecko? They could get you too. You're not sweet. You're not special. And what you did was incredibly stupid in my point of view. Again, this is their top alleged SEC security coins by market cap. I think this was a terrible move. They're letting the regulators get way too comfortable in this space. And overall, it was just no need for it. CoinGecko spokesperson told Cointelegraph that the index was launched in the first week of August and was constructed by compiling a selection of the most notable tokens that have been deemed securities by the SEC in past lawsuits, even though even the own SEC workers there have come out and said that this has been an overstep of their boundaries and overreach of their powers, and this should not be happening. But CoinGecko is saying, who cares? So what? We support you, essentially. I'm not with this list. I'm not with what CoinGecko is doing. It makes no sense to me. And they've essentially put a target on now $85 billion of this market. You think, let me ask you this. If that was $85,000 Do you think I will even be reporting on this? Do you think CoinGecko, let's say the total was $85,000 for one, they wouldn't label them all securities because they'd be like, $85,000 of what? They like, you don't get that shit out my face. Listen, SEC ain't trying to see nothing about no 85, but let's just say, for example, let's drop some zeros. If it was 85,000 first, the SEC wouldn't be beating on the door, but let's just say they still are. Would you do all these changes? Would it be this, like, if it was worth $85,000, would it be this much energy behind this whole securities and cryptos thing? I don't think so. It's a money grab, and that's why they've essentially qualified with our securities, and that's an $85 billion market. The SEC saying, fine, we can't get all the DeFi, we can't get all the Bitcoin, but for everybody who has a CEO and a bank account, we are on your ass. And to me, that's a part of that $85 million. I'm not sure if you all hear it, but LA is lit today. There's sirens in the background throwing me off right now. I don't know, the helicopter's about to come out or what, but I was trying to concentrate right now. Let's see. Alex said it looks like PayPal stablecoins on Ethereum mainnet. All right, there we go. PFC Will said big facts, zeros matter. You already know, man. These zeros definitely matter. It's kind of crazy. Gangs play games, said Raquanja. You know it. You know it. Other thing is not even the founders or team saying it's security. It's the company that shows you to the public. That's what I'm saying. It'd be different if this, like, if I was these teams, I would like throw an injunction out there. If you want to play this game, do not list me on CoinGecko, period. Especially if you list me as securities, I might be trying to sue you right now. I would like literally try to sue you right now. I would try to sue CoinGecko. Like, you put me on here as a security and we're not officially a security yet. Oh, hell, I don't care if it says top alleged or whatever. No, hell to no, hell. And that's probably why they put alleged or whatever there, or possible, because they don't want to get sued. But yeah, if you're this is not even the companies. This is a listing company, CoinGecko, doing this. This is crazy right here. This is crazy. Yeah, there we go. Jake Fever, talk about how Bitcoin fixes the Montgomery boat brawl. Listen, hey, this is how it fixes it, because for everybody who might have went to jail, we need to donate some Bitcoin to that jailhouse and get them right out. That's right. Shout out to the Montgomery boat brawl. When you got thugs and animals attacking security guards, I mean, this is people have lost their mind. I don't know what type of super predators would attack a man at his job in broad daylight. And kudos to that man, because if you actually watch the whole video, he went back to work after the attack. He actually docked the boat. A lot of people missed that part of the video was cut. Look at the video where the police guy lets the security go. He actually like he's the only person that can dock that boat. That's what people don't understand, like naval. That's why he has the shirt on. It's like the little officer stripes, whatever. Like, no one could just walk up and say, all right, I'm gonna dock it now. Like, no, it's procedures, it's rules, it's license. So the one guy who was attacked by these super predators ended up docking that boat still after he was attacked. How many of you would do your job after you've been attacked? Who would go back to work after they've been physically assaulted? This guy went back to work. He docked the boat. He tied the ropes up, and he made sure everybody got off safely before he went about what he had to do. So yes, it's unfortunate we have super predators in society that will attack some working men and women, but it happens. But yeah, shout out to the boats down there in the Alabama riverboat and sending them folks some Bitcoin. All right. Yeah, they said that Bobby Schmurda cat went up like a bat signal. I agree. All right, now back to crypto. CoinGecko, not my favorite anymore, and it's such a shame. I used to really use them. I like the way they did their portfolio management and some other things, but I cannot support a company that's trying to tout securities in a space where they do not exist. I can't do it. I won't do it, at least not yet. I'm not capitulating that early. All right. Another capitulation. Couldn't believe this one. Another company that I'm going to go anti for against is a controversy as MakerDAO Spark protocol blocks users with VPNs. Capitulation. Perfectly legal. No, I'm not using your new technology if you don't want to use other new technology because someone, a human, a group of humans told you you're not allowed to. They didn't give me any real rhyme or reason outside of money, but they just said you guys aren't allowed to use technology because it's unfair to us. Users attempting to access, I mean, people really imagine this is what our government does. It's so crazy. Like, it is what it is. Imagine if I came to your house and tied you up and started taking shit and didn't like bound your mouth. And then I got mad when you started saying stuff to me. Like, I can't be mad. I'm in your home. I'm taking your shit. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But our government wants humans around the world to say, hey, you're not allowed to use that technology because it messes up our business. right? Like it's that simple. Our government saying you can't use new technology because it's going to mess up the business plans we have. What the fuck are you talking about? So what? What does that have to do with my business? But again, controversy over at MakerDAO. Users attempting to access Spark protocol with a virtual private network will not be able to, sparking criticism from supporters of privacy. No, this is one of those things where you should not critique. It's the same thing as when people, oh, they won't let us in this club, they won't let me here, they won't let us in here, they don't want to treat us right here, we're gonna protest this restaurant or this bar. No, don't protest the restaurant, don't protest the bar, don't do it. Just tell people not to go. They don't like us here. They don't like tall people here. They don't like short people here. They don't like fat people here. They don't like gay people here. They don't like straight people here. They don't like black people here. They don't like white people here. They don't like Mexican people here. They don't like Asian people here. Wherever they don't like you at, don't go. Like literally vote by not giving them any energy, any money, anything. So this whole thing with Spark Protocol, I'm actually mad this is a topic. I'm mad I'm covering it. This would be the only time I cover it. We shouldn't be critiquing them and going off. No, we know who they are now. They're fucking with the government. They're fucking with the feds and with regulators, and they don't want people to get on them using even VPNs. So since they're that scared, they're that scary acting, I don't even want to put my capital there, because if you're that scary acting, what are you going to do when something happens in the market and it's volatile? You go, oh, what do I do with the money? You're going to do some weird shit with the money too. You acting way too scared for me. I'm good. Again, MakerDAO, one of the early pioneers of DeFi, as they're saying, has sparked criticism over, and I don't say it's an early pioneer either. They just had a different projects than some of the other ones. Has sparked criticism over his decision to block virtual private network VPN users from accessing its recently launched lending platform, Spark Protocol. At the time of the writing, VPN users that attempt to access Spark Protocol website will be met with an error. Accessing this website via VPN is not allowed. They're saying this measure is linked with Maker's attempt to restrict United States users from accessing the crypto lending platform discussed in the May 9th update to Spark Protocol's terms of service, warns against the use of VPNs to circumvent the block. So they are literally doing this. Like, can you imagine that? A crypto company for the entire planet is saying we're not going to let anyone on this planet use VPNs just in case there's United States users. First of all, shout out to our gang. You talking about having people shook. That's what it looks like. That is, listen, hey, there's some real gang shit right here. For everybody who supported the American dollar, United States, you are a part of this too. I want to say thank you. You have made this as strong as it is right now to make new companies around the world. So you're not even able to use global technology like VPN. Could you imagine they said, hey, you're not allowed to use the internet just in case it's United States users. You're not allowed to use an entire source of technology just in case you're from the United States. That is what a real gang looks like. That's the reach a real gang has. Shout out to the United States. At the end of the day, at least we know we're safe here, folks. We just got to watch out our own. Hey, you know what? Even like a real gang, they kill their own kind. Usually it's not the opposition that gets you. Somebody in your own gang, it's your own best friend who's going to get you. What the mafia say? It's usually the guy who brought you in, your best friend, someone you've been talking to your whole life, who's going to bring you into that room, get you comfortable, act like he's about to cook you dinner before he come up behind you. That is what the United States is doing right now. Our own gang is beating our asses and fucking with us for no reason, to the point you now have new projects coming out saying you cannot use a piece of technology the world has to offer just in case you're coming from a specific region. We don't want them problems. Holy shit. That is insane to me. You got to love it. And all this because a group of humans who we haven't even voted for or met is telling the rest of the world. They're signaling this to the rest of the world. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it. But again, this is Spark Protocol. Honestly, to me, listen, MakerDAO, Spark, all y'all all together. All y'all on that side of the house to me. So I'm not trusting MakerDAO either at this point. As this person, Chris Bleck, said on Twitter, Spark Protocol is going above and beyond what is required by law by blocking VPN users from accessing DAI savings rate. Nasty levels of capitulation here. I agree. Nasty levels of capitulation right there, folks. He also went on to say, I rarely get as disgusted as I am right now with MakerDAO. Spark Protocol is one thing to block U.S. residents. It's a whole other thing to block anyone in the entire world who's using a VPN for privacy. This isn't just government cuckery. This is actual war on privacy. I agree. This is government cuckery. This is a war on privacy. Like I said, I'm just as disgusted. This people, and this is what I mean. This is the Ned Flanders. These are the people, once again, Spark Protocol. You just started in 2023. This is my point. August 2023, a new protocol enters the crypto space and is trying to set the precedent that VPNs should not be used. How and why are you making this decision as a brand new company? This is what I mean. This is, or a new project, excuse me. This is what I mean. The Ned Flanders, the people who are not capitulating, they already capitulated. They have literally, it's perfect example, Spark Protocol. I would love to trace the origins of the capital and the money to get started. I can almost guarantee you it came from the traditional sector, which is why they're doing this, because they want to save their asses and save their money. It is always the professionals coming from other fucking professions that's not starting. They're not making their money in crypto. They're not saying, I made my first 100,000 in crypto. I was able to feed my family through crypto. I made my first million. They're not doing this. They're coming over here. I was already rich. I already had a reputation. I already had a job. I already did 20 years for this company. My family already has this house or whatever. They're coming over here like that. They're coming over with eggs already in the basket and saying, well, I just want to take all 20 of these eggs. I only want to put 1 or 2 of them to crypto, but I want to get 100 eggs back. Even though I have 20 eggs in this basket currently for my entire life, I want to take 1 or 2 of them. I want to put it in crypto, and I want to get 100 back. And by the way, I don't want to lose 1 or 2 of those eggs that I put out there either. I want to put 1 or 2 of this 20 into the crypto basket. I want 100 back, and I don't want to miss or break any of them. And the only way to assure that is to work with the government and regulators to make sure things are over-regulated. That is not what this space is. This space is, you know what? I came here with 0 eggs, or maybe I came with only 1 or 2 eggs, and I'm putting it up there. And 1 of those 2 of those eggs might disappear, they might break, something might happen. But you know what? While I'm in this space, I might have to figure out a way to create more eggs while I'm in this space until I can create 100 eggs or more out of this space, not in a different industry, and then bringing over 2% of that industry capital and resources to this space, and then asking for regulators to make up the rest. It's like, no, you are the newbies, Spark Protocol. You don't get to come in and say, hey, y'all not allowed to use VPNs no more. Says the person who just entered the crypto market August of 2023. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing right there, I tell you. It's sickening. It's disgusting. I mean, and you better expect more of it, because as more, this is what mainstream adoption looks like. This is mainstream adoption. As more people come over, as the mainstream comes over, they're going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to lose my millions of dollars over here. So what type of stringent things we can put on to make this thing less volatile, even though it stifles innovation, it adds barriers to competition. Like, all these negative things happen when things like Spark Protocol and CoinGecko starts to capitulate and say, hey, no VPNs no more. In fact, everything is in security. Fuck it, just give it to us. Give it to us, no Vaseline, and let us know how we got to take it. I guess that's what it is. This is crazy. All right, and last but not least, because I do have to run, I guess we'll end it on a better news story. We'll see how long this better news story lasts. But decentralized asset management system launches for Arbitrum and Optimism. Valio has launched publicly, allowing investors to back money managers through a decentralized process. So essentially here, they're saying that now money managers using Valio can get capital and funds from other people, but they're only able to put in certain protocols at certain percentages. Essentially, they're saying if you try to cheat the system and do things like, hey, take people money and put it in illiquid assets so you can swap and trade out of it, then it would not even be worth it. They're saying it'll be worth more to actually trade it honestly. So it looks like the new protocol allows users to have their funds managed by professional traders. They're calling them professional traders, but actually anyone who wants to trade without having to trust these traders as custodians. The launch is initially taking place on the Arbitrum and Optimism networks. It was previously whitelisted on July 24th, but this new public version unveiled on August 7th today. It does not require managers to be approved in advance. It looks like all assets are held in smart contracts and cannot be removed by the money manager. In addition, the DeFi applications that a manager can invest in are limited to a predetermined list. At launch, Valio is integrated with Perpetual's trading platform GMX on Arbitrum and Decentralized Exchange Protocol OX on Optimism. So a couple of different things to start to play around with, see if this actually works. It said it uses a system called cumulative, I can't say this word, cumulative price impact tolerance architecture to limit the amount of price impact money managers can cause to an individual investment. This is done in order to prevent managers from draining investor funds through investing in illiquid assets and simultaneously betting against their own clients. If an unscrupulous money manager was to try to drain funds this way, he claimed, they will only be able to make off with 3 to 5% of total funds, which would be less than that could be earned through honest and collecting fees. So again, I do like this. They're saying, hey, you don't need to go to the right, you no longer need to be born in the right part of the world or have gone to the right university, and God forbid, be of the right skin color. Value levels of playing field. Money managers can deploy thousands of vaults by simply configuring a few parameters and clicking the create button. So they're saying this is going to allow everyone to have a money manager. I think this is good in thought, but my only thing is, especially on the DeFi side, there's still so many holes right now for hackers. If you're centralizing funds and you have APIs where money managers are going to be able to go in and essentially trade, to me, it's just a lot of holes in the offense right now. So this thing will have to be like locked tight when it comes to cybersecurity, and not expect this thing to get fucking hacked as soon as they reach any type of notable number. I hope that doesn't happen. I think this is pretty cool, and especially it's the start. So hopefully we'll see this proliferate and they grow and mature this system as well as other ones. But right now, that's the only thing I'm worried about, is that APIs, DeFi, a lot of cybersecurity things you got to worry about right there. All right, other than that, that is the show for the day. I'm going to look at the last couple of comments, see if we have anything interesting. Vision said, we definitely about to see who hardest pumping Kool-Aid in this cycle. You know it. Kaiser, great point. Kaiser says sovereignty isn't for everyone either. That is, I mean, that's a great point. Yeah, it's not for everyone. They say it's war, but sovereignty is for everyone. I mean, you're right. PFC Will said they're sheep. They don't want it. They're just going to flow. Getting people out of their comfort zone is a super hard thing. This is why practicing economic sovereignty sovereignly isn't for everyone. Exactly. All right. Other than that, that is the show for the day. I got to run, folks. So smash that like and share, and I will see you all tomorrow with some more news. Cheers. You saw that spit going on, Mike? That's